Let's put some poles in. Totem poles are read from the base up. So after you start as a young child, you grow, you mature into a person, and then when you go into the spirit, that's where that's where you get the wings. This is the clearance area.
I know, it's actually surprisingly warm.
It's kind of just it's like a layer thing.
That's what I said.
Well, we're stepping out of the shop, the nice souvenir shop, and this building used to be a cannery, and oh, looks like the fire jeep. So, look at the floorboards, indigenous wood, and I do want to look under here, but of course I'm not going to. It says pump must run off the engine, a PTO. There was some other stuff I want to show you down here. Look. Oh, I haven't mentioned yet where we're at. We're in Icy Point Station, Alaska. Let's see if I can get some light. Oh, here's some light. This was a detour. Our original stop was Skagway, but there was a rock slide, and they canceled that because of the rock slide went right down into the dock area. And this is our detour because we didn't do Skagway. We're stopping here, and this is more. I think it's more representative of Alaska. This is underdeveloped. This is not full-blown tourism. It's young in the tourist development, so it's quite natural. Still yet. And for you folks, they do take all the credit cards. And, you know, me, I made a purchase. You know, I bought a book for John, and I bought a deck of playing cards for Rob. And nice shops here. So they have about everything that shiny and flashy and glittery that a person might want. Yeah, of course. I'm just looking, and rather than purchase anything, I'm just gonna film it. So, wow, there's some cool stuff here. I don't have much memory left on my thing, so there's not much I can do with this. It'd be walrus tucks turned into artwork. More native materials turned into artwork here.
Okay. Are they certified
Nice.
at all?
Nice.
I do have certification through this company, or That's where I get them from.
Stuff, you know, this is all stuff
So it comes with paperwork.
Yeah.
that you will not see.
Where are they from?
You will not see probably anywhere in the lower states.
I'm not saying I don't
So.
know where.
This guy told me his.
Pretty darn nice. A lot of artwork, and we are on the property. This whole island is of the Hoonah tribe. So hopefully I have more memory that I can showcase some of the stuff. But you know, the artwork's spectacular. This one says Bareface, made by Katie Severney, $950. So bring your wallets, bring your credit cards, or bring somebody else's credit card or somebody else's money. Well, I'm just trying to be humorous. So I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you later. There's another port down here that's quite interesting. There's actually the machinery from the canning system where they would catch the salmon and then can it. So hopefully I have enough memory to capture that for you. But this is a really nice stop. It's more than I expected. Yes, the sun has come out. It was the start of the day was cloudy and gray, cool. But I think it's about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun is out. And it's lightened up today. And I'm showing you spectacular scenery. With the sun out. This is the local crab shack. Unfortunately, if you live here or if you visit here, this is where you have to eat. You know, I'm going to go and try to order a double cheeseburger and french fries. No. So there's that. People were outside here eating the crabs, and but this is the cannery. This is the part of it's. It shows the machinery, early machinery, you know, from the early 1900s, and this would be this machine right here. They call it the guillotine. This is where they cut the heads off the fish. So this machine here, it sounded like it was operated by just 1 or 2 men. I've read the description, but it basically takes the head off the fish, and then another person takes the tail off. And there is a process. They developed a process here of how this works. And it was automated salmon cleaner. But this is here depicts before. It's a depiction before the machinery was. Head comes off. I will back over to the machinery. We've all eaten salmon. I like salmon occasionally. I'm not a super fan. I'm not a super fan of salmon, but I have eaten it. You know, many ways to prepare it, grill it, broil it. You know, everything here. And then what's interesting, they've developed all this stuff here as, you know, on the fly. There's a slicer. Conveyor takes it up. And then this is where the canning process begins. See the depiction of the cans coming down the conveyor belt. And a pulley system up there. There's probably the motor, or, you know, the engine was probably a steam engine, probably at that time. You'll take your steam, you'll take your local wood, build a fire, throw some water in there, and with the correct machinery, you can have a steam engine with the pulley system to drive multiple operations. So this canning area right here, and oops, I'm just accidentally kicking things. You know, I always wonder how they made these cans, you know, canned stuff. So here the can comes down and goes into this little machine. You see this thing keeps rotating. And then there's the lids, stack of lids. And of course, there's the label, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really read it. This would be the mark of the company that designed, manufactured this particular piece of machinery. Again, we're still running the pulley system. I don't know what that is, but the lid gets put on here of the can, and then it continues down here. And I'm going to show you this because I'm kind of interested where all these machines come from. You know, this is all made, all these machineries were made first. You know, a guy, this is how the invention process in my mind works. The guy can't sleep at night, and he lays there in bed. He can't sleep because he's got something to solve. He wants to solve some kind of problem, and so they just lay in bed. No matter what the problem is, they lay in bed, and you know, while their wives are sleeping and the kids are sleeping, the dog's already been walked. They lay awake till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, and their mind just goes. And the human mind builds this stuff. This would be the cooker. You can see the apparatus out on the outside with the lever to shut the machine once you get it and lock it down. And then they put the sealed cans into the cooker. And I saw that, okay, there it is right there. You cook it up to 240 degrees with the product inside, and it's sealed. And then that is how they do that. That's how they can anything. Peas, carrots, corn. So, put up this particular location. Of course, there's canning fish. They're canning the fish and everything. Oh my God. So, I hope you're doing well. And hope you're doing well. And I'll talk to you later. I'm so glad that we stopped here instead of Catch the Can or Skagway, because as you can see that this is, you know, this is what's a tourist center. You know, maybe Grand Canyon or Yosemite. Oh, the eagle just flew by. And this is what it might have been like in the 40s, 50s to travel throughout the United States. This area is just beginning to be developed. You know, over here, kayak tours. And then you see a boat just beyond that. And then there is a tribal dance, because this is a tribal It's a whole property, and this whole business here is owned by the the Hoonah tribe, and they're developing it. I don't know if you can see in the background there is the zip line, people coming down at 60 miles an hour. And this is the longest, their claim is that this is the longest zip line in the world. It's like 1,330 feet down. I don't know what the elevation is, but you can see that they're starting up there at the top of that peak up there. So, and this area here is just absolutely gorgeous. It's just the trees, the pines, the naturalness, and the late development, the underdeveloped natural beauty of this area is just spectacular. So, I'm very lucky to see it. Just blessed, just totally blessed and pleased. I was disappointed, excuse me, about Skagway, but there's a reason for everything happens. So I'm going to pause this and maybe see something else interesting. This here is gives you an idea of how natural everything is. This is the bay, and they allow guests to go out on these kayaks because the water is so still because it's protected with what they call the inside passage. Long